Hi, thanks for tuning in again for another Temu haul and what actually could be the best one yet. I took a quick look at everything I got and I'm kind of impressed. I think maybe this time we'll have some good luck. So starting off, I have this. It's an electronic lighter. What I'm impressed with already is the quality of it. It feels like good quality, and the user manual is very clear and in perfect English, so it's easy enough to follow and understand, which I guess is a good thing when it comes to flammable devices. Then we've got this. It's a strap that's supposed to help me stand straighter, so we'll see how that works. Okay, and then a pack of 10 little magnifiers. I used to have one of these in my wallet. I don't know what happened to it, but they're really handy to carry in a wallet because they fit into a credit card slot, and then you can just pull it out when you need to see something up close, which happens a lot in drugstores on medicine bottles and stuff like that. So it's really handy for something like that. This is kind of an odd item, but it's a body fat mass indicator. You know, like you see it in cartoons. I don't know if they actually ever really use these, but it looked like kind of a fun item. And so yeah, it measures how much fat you have on your body. Coincidentally, after ordering this, I read an article online and I didn't call it up, it just came up, like things do online when you have some association with something, saying that these actually don't indicate anything anymore. They've come to conclude that, yeah, they're kind of useless. But I'll try it anyway. And again, another thing about this is perfect English on the back. The instructions are very clear, if not a little too extensive. Might kind of take the fun out of doing this. Okay, this little piece of plastic is actually a seeder husker, so you can put something like a sunflower seed in it and peel the sunflower seed out of it. So we'll see how that works. Now we have these night vision glasses that were sent in a Ziploc bag for freshness, I guess. I'll see how these work in the dark. They're really kind of cheap, actually. Okay, and back to magnification again. This is a sort of a chain with a big magnifying glass on it. So if I ever decide I need to walk around and magnify things and always have it handy, this will be what I use. Okay, these are kind of cool. Even after the great lockdown, it's 100 little sheets of soap. So I'll see how well that works. They don't have a smell so far. Okay, this is a ice ball maker. So it makes perfectly spherical ice cubes for you. If that's something that's important and you need in your life, then this is the device for you. Okay, here's some super strong magnets. Although I'm a little annoyed, I'm sure the ad said anywhere from 10 to 12 magnets, and there appears to be 5 in here. Hey, this little piece of plastic is a venom sucker outer. Supposedly, yes, if you get bit by something, you can suck the venom out using this. We'll see how that works. And finally, and again, wrapped for freshness in a Ziploc bag, is this handy melon baller. Back on the balls theme. We'll see how this works. I'm not sure what this is for, but they do put a piece of plastic on it to protect you from cutting yourself. So that's good. So yeah, so far most of these products look pretty good. So we'll see how they test out though. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's try out this electronic lighter. I charged it for over 2 hours. It said, I believe it said it charges for 2 hours. And holy, the writing is very small. You take it out, it comes out nicely. It's got grooves, so you can, I don't know if you can see them, but it's got grooves in the styrofoam so you can get at it easily enough. And then it looks like you do this, and there's a lock button here. Yay, it's working. Okay, I don't want smoke getting into the house. It might set off the alarm. It feels good in the hand too. Feels like really good quality. And safety is on, so yeah, there's no way to turn it on when the safety's on. Is it hot to the touch? Not at all. Okay, an attractive gold color. We have a winner. Of course, it was a little pricey, so yeah, I paid $11.19 for this. If you want to leave it in your car, it's less of a concern than a lighter exploding in your car or matches starting on fire, so I would assume this is a safer option. The only trouble is you always have to make sure it's charged. It's a keeper. And plus it has a nice box that it comes in, so it would make a fine gift for the smoker in your life. Okay guys, I tried this every way to Sunday. I ordered it based on my size. It said order it based on weight, so I did. And in the picture, these straps seem super long, but once you've got them attached on here anyway, they are so small, so short, that the whole thing was just digging into my underarms and actually causing pain. So yes, I may be walking straighter when I'm wearing it, but I'll be doubling over in pain. So yeah, I would say this is not a hit. This is a big, big miss. Little wallet-sized magnifiers. 10 of them cost me $2.29, so really not a lot of money. And what I'm liking so far is they're individually wrapped, which is good because you don't want this scratching in your wallet. My concern was that these wouldn't have any protection and that they'd be useless within a couple months because they'd be all scraped up. But no, it does have a protective sleeve. And then also what I like is it has a place to touch it without touching the magnifier and getting it all fingerprinted up. So far I'm really liking these. And as I was saying, the lighter instructions are microscopic. So let's see if I can read them a little better. Oh, I can read them a lot better. A quiet buzzing sound can be heard. Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, these are definitely a plus. Yeah, I'd highly recommend them. And the fact that you get 10 of them, you can give them to friends and family that would appreciate it. People with older peepers like mine definitely need all the help they can get. Okay, so yeah, highly recommend. So up next we have this body mass indicator thingamabob. It looks so complicated that I don't even have the energy to try it, but I will. And again, the writing is so small, I'm going to use one of my magnifiers. Okay, so it says to take all the measurements on the right side of the body. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. I'll have to come back after I read this. Okay guys, the instructions are so long and complicated, and this thing is some cheap plastic. And I know according to the drugstore electronic blood pressure weight measurer thing, I'm considered obese. So, and also the fact that I just read that these things are not accurate, I've really lost all interest in trying to figure out if I'm fat or not. I know I am, so I don't need this thing to tell me, and especially when it's this complicated. So in my opinion, yeah, this is a bust. It's really not worth the hassle. The good thing is I am $2 lighter as a result of this. I'm going to try this sunflower seed husker, or whatever you want to call it. I've got my trusty spits with me. Not even sure, it came with no instructions, of course. So I'm not sure what you do. Okay, so what that did was no different than just opening it with my hands, with my fingers, I mean. Okay, so you put it in. Okay, so that's all it's doing is cracking the shell. Now let's see if I can do that on my own. Yeah, I can see the need for it. It's harder to crack it open on your own. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, if you ever had to crack open sunflower seeds on your own, this would, I guess, be the way to do it without putting them in your mouth to crack them, which is the way most of us would crack them. Oops. Okay, so I just shattered that one. And now Caesar thinks that he's going to go find some shells, and that's not the case. It's not going to happen. Yeah, this is why you would buy your sunflower seeds already shelled, because it works so much easier with your teeth. Okay, so if for some reason you have to shell them fresh, this would be the way to do it, but holy, what a lot of work. Okay, so I'm trying these night vision glasses in the bathroom because it takes too long to get dark here in the summer, and I won't be up that late. So I'm going to just try it with a little flashlight and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're supposed to do. They're very cheaply made. This makes everything look very sunny, actually. But yeah, I'm not sure. The jury's out on these. I don't know if I see the point in these. Okay, I don't think I gave those glasses a fair shot, so here I am going out to test drive them. There's no traffic out at this hour. It's about 4:30, and I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is already coming up in my neck of the woods. Just waiting for another car to come along and let me know how much glare there is. I don't know if you've noticed, but lately some of the newer cars have extremely bright lights. So this actually is helping with that. So yeah, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I think they are working. Okay, yeah, so the more I'm testing them, the more I'm liking them. Yes, I totally give these a thumbs up. To avoid that glare of the LED lights that some cars are now using. Yeah, totally. Wow, love it. Love these. Okay, so even though these are cheap and flimsy and very plasticky, they do the trick. They actually prevent the glare of very bright lights. So yeah, for the price, they're really worth it. Okay, let's take a look at this magnifying glass necklace thing. Oh, wow, the chain is much fancier than I was expecting. I thought it was just utilitarian, but it's kind of decorative. Very nice. Okay, so I need something small to read, so I will try the body mass index thing. Okay, it actually, yeah, oh wow, it works well. It's only got a small scope though, so you'd be doing a lot of like scanning something to read a whole sentence. But yeah, it seems very powerful, even more so than those other wallet size ones. It's nice looking and it's effective. Thumbs up on this one. Okay, so I'm going to try one of these soap. They seem to have a piece of paper between them. the thing you want to keep in mind is you need to have dry hands when you're taking it out of the package, because if you get water in the package, you're going to, I would think, wreck all the other soap. Ew. Okay, so it takes a minute to start foaming, and even then it doesn't foam well. It actually feels kind of slimy. I'm not sure I like this. My hands do feel really clean, almost too clean. So I want to see if whatever this was between the soap is actually soap or if it's paper. Oh no, it was soap as well. White soap foams much better than the blue. Again, there's no scent to any of the soap, which is maybe a good thing, but there's supposed to be 100 pieces of soap in there, so plenty, but again, you don't want to stick wet hands in that soap. I'm impressed with the design of it. I don't know if you can see, but it's got little legs on it, so once you've filled it, you can set it down without it spilling. So that's kind of a thoughtful design. My only concern is it doesn't seem like it closes really tight. But let's give it a shot. We'll fill it up and see what happens. Yeah, it's totally leaking. It doesn't seem to leak if it's sitting the way it should, but if you were to put it in your freezer sideways, yeah, you would have a bit of a mess. And yeah, so when it leaks, it loses some of the water on the balls, so it means it's not going to be spherical ice cubes. Let me try the elastic band trick. But really, you shouldn't have to alter products when you buy them. Okay, so I've wrapped it in elastic bands. This is what happens when you turn it sideways. It's still leaking, but not as bad. Let's again try to fill it all the way. Okay, so let's throw it in the freezer and see what happens. So it's been many hours later and water seems to have frozen solid. Yeah, it looks like the container expanded. Oh yeah, actually it leaked totally. Container is frozen solid. Holy. Before I resort to pouring hot water on it, I would like to try to open this the normal way. Let's try this. I am concerned about breaking this. All right. And here we have the ice ball. Okay, I'm gonna have to resort to some water. Okay, these are not easy to get out. Okay, so we have 4 very large ice balls. Not sure if it was really worth all this effort. So I don't know, guys, was it worth it? And this ice cube has a big long thing hanging off of it. So it wasn't exactly a perfect sphere. I just don't know if it was worth the effort. Anyway, I'll make a nice glass of ice water. So we'll check out these rip-off magnets that were supposed to be 16 or whatever, 12 or 16, and there's only 5. They claim they're super strong. I think they've got that claim right. They do feel heavy duty. But in the ad, they're showing the magnet working right through somebody's finger. Okay, unless you have really thin fingers, that is not doing that at all. Okay, so no, they don't go right through your fingers. But let's see how strong they are on something metal. Like this closet door. Okay, and we'll try to hang a coat on it. Does it stick? It does. Wow. Granted, that's not a really heavy jacket, but still, it's holding. Wow. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, I think I like these magnets. Okay, so this coat is much heavier. No, it's not going to hold. Okay, yeah, for something somewhat lightweight, yeah, they work. They are strong. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to test this without being bit by some insect full of venom. So what I can say is it does have really good suction. Don't know if you can tell, but yeah, it's got very good suction. I'm not sure if that would be really sucking the venom out of something. Well, I guess if you pump it, maybe. Holy, okay. Yeah, okay. So it does suck, but in a good way. I'm not sure if it really would work. Okay, something I noticed on the Temu site when I went to go get a screen capture of the product is this is discontinued. So I'm not sure what that means exactly. Maybe it doesn't live up to its claims, but it sounds like even if I recommended it, you couldn't get one. So for whatever reason, it is discontinued. All right, let's go give the melon baller a whirl. We're going to now try this melon baller, which also has some kind of knifey thing on the end. If you know what that's for, let me know. I'm assuming maybe it's to core things like strawberries or tomatoes. I don't know. But let's see how the ball section works. Okay, it's a half a ball. The thing I'm not loving about this already is this knife part. When you go to use it, it's actually kind of cutting into your hand. It just doesn't seem safe. As far as doing what it's supposed to do, I would say yes, but with the caveat that be careful with it, because you could be digging it into your hand and not even realize it. It's kind of cool. For the price, yeah, it's not bad. It does what it should. Okay, so yeah, I tried to ball the whole watermelon. Doing it for that length of time, I really found this blade was really disconcerting to be holding the entire time. It doesn't appear to have cut me, but it felt like it was going to. So to have to work so gingerly with something, if you were doing a whole watermelon with this, I think it would be a real pain in the butt. Okay, I hope you found some value in that. I think Caesar did. And if you did, please share it and press the like button and make sure you subscribe. It would really help me out. Okay, and until next time, that's the deal with this Temu haul. Right?